Hey, hello, vinyl community. Thanks for dropping in today. Tony's LPs are us. Today's a bit of a public service announcement for something that I did a few months ago that was really dumb. And you have to remember, I have to say that I've handled in 50 years 1,000 records a year. And I've only ruined two records that I remember by mishandling them. One was a great prized possession first pressing of The Wall, where I flipped it wrong on the table. It fell out of my hand and rolled and then scratched itself against the cabinet corner. That was maybe 15 years ago. I remember it was a used copy, picked it up at a used record store of The Wall. It's the first pressing because it only, in the inner sleeve, I believe the way it is, it's Roger Waters is credited for writing and not the band. The second one I ruined not too long ago is this one, my prized possession. This is the 33 and the third UHQR, and this is a low number. The number's on here somewhere. 2251. And out of the thousands of jazz records I have, I did not have a copy of Kind of Blue. I've had it on CD, on cassette. I even had, I think, a Blu-ray somewhere along the line of it, but I didn't have the record. So I was super, super excited to finally get this from Analog Productions. And I'll just show you what it comes with. As you know, they did a great job. The sleeve is immaculate. It's just amazing. This isn't even cracked. I don't crack them if I don't have to. So this isn't even cracked. So, here's some advertisements, a specification chart. This is a 33 and a third. I did not buy the 45 RPM because I was so disgusted with what I did to this one. I said, that's it. I'm going to leave this alone. I'm just going to keep what I have. Here's another one. Here's the great booklet, which, is an extra attraction for these UHQRs when they come with the booklet. The Hendrix did. I'm not sure if the Tull did or not, but this is fabulous. So anyway, here's the record. One record is 33 and a third. So played it a few times. Just incredible. On my system, of course, I haven't heard this any better. I've only had it on CD and on listened to it in the car, maybe a Blu-ray, but it's still not a pure analog sound. I think that may have been derived from an analog source, but it's still a Blu-ray, and it's not. I'm a record guy, so I play this record. Put on side one, play it. Put on side two, played it maybe three times. Came back, had a few Jack and Cokes, which I don't believe was the cause for my mishap. I'll tell you what the cause of my mishap was. I go to put on the record, put it on, play it. But as I take the record off the platter, because it's clear, I did not judge the height. When I took off the platter, I kind of tilted it. And when I tilted it, because it was clear, I didn't judge it. I'm used to black vinyl or blue vinyl or solid vinyl. Since this is opaque, translucent, whatever you call it, I did not judge it. So when I lifted it off the platter, it flipped in the air and landed this way on the back of my table. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm lucky. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it hit the label. But when I closer review on side one, there's a scratch on Blue and Green, the last track. And I looked at it. okay, I've had 1,000 records with hairline scratches. This wasn't deep. Scratches that I'm taking a chance buying the used record. I'm not able to test it. And I would say 98% of the time it plays right through. It's fine. This one did not play right through. I get a click and a click and a click and a click and a click for approximately half the song. So that's my story. And I wish you could see it, but it's almost the full length of the track. So I ruined my UHQR, my Miles Davis. This isn't my favorite Miles Davis album. My favorite Miles Davis album is Bitches Brew, which I think is tremendous. I can dig that better. This is okay. It's almost too mainstream for me. It's too, I've heard it a million times on cassette, on CD, whatever, on specials. But that's my story. So lifted it off, did not judge properly because of the clarity of the vinyl, flipped it over, landed wrong, and I ruined my beautiful UHQR. Nobody's fault but mine. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Just be careful. Like I said, I must have dealt in 50 years 1,000 records a year, easily put 1,000 records on a turntable a year, and only dropped 2. And unfortunately, it wasn't a $20 wall first press or, whatever I paid for it. It was a $150 limited press that I was sick over. But that's what happens, and you just have to be careful. Now for my review of a of an OG that I love, that sounds really good. That sounds, as far as I'm concerned, as good as it can get. It's this record here, Trio, Linda Ronstadt, Dolly Parton, and who's that other gal? Emmylou Harris, Trio. This is a great record. Their voices blend perfectly. It's as if they were sisters. Here's the original inner. And this one came. I bought this used. This came with no little girl cut these out to post on a paper mannequin. But that's the lyric page. Here's the vinyl on Warner. And perfect. See that there? It's a little light right there too. Right there, Doug. So a really nice OG pressing that you could pick these up. I've seen them for $5, for $10. I think I paid maybe $3.99 for this. It didn't have shrink on it. I think whoever had it just ripped the shrink off, but perfect copy, no warps or anything. So this is just a great record. This was recorded, it was released in '87. It's hard to believe. They actually advertised a compact disc on the back. It's hard to believe. For me, '87 is a new record. Most of my records are from the early '80s, '70s and '60s, and some '50s. So this to me is a new record, but it isn't a new record. It's over 30 years old. So that's my story. Be careful. And because of that, I'm not getting a 45 RPM. I guess I could get it. I think they're still in print. I'll do with this. I'll hear the click, and I'll always remember, be careful. So I'm just telling you guys out there, be careful, and keep on watching. And if you could click subscribe, if you haven't, I really appreciate it. We're really getting the channel off to a nice start. And that's it. So thanks a lot. Keep rocking. Tony's LPs are us. Signing out for now. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks, and I really appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.